Late April and certainly throughout the month of May are typical calf working times for those herds that have spring calving operations. And whether they're large or small, it's important that those ranchers, as they're working their calves, do what we call the proper techniques for beef quality assurance. We want to do our part to make sure that the beef we send to the consumer is a healthy, wholesome product. One of the key things that we want to really pay attention to at calf working time is the proper way to inject those calves with the immunizations that we're going to give. Most of the calves, of course, will receive blackleg shots. Many, in some of the operations, will also receive injections for the respiratory diseases, IBR and BVD. Whichever it is, make sure that you read the label very, very carefully and then follow those instructions to the letter. If it says that the injection can be given either IM, which is intramuscular, or subcutaneous, which is just under the skin, I'd recommend you always choose the sub-Q because there will be less damage to the muscle tissue that that calf will carry on to harvest time later in his life. If we're to give the injection intramuscularly, be certain to put the injection in the neck area of that calf rather than back on the hip or the lower leg, which might be more tempting, but those are high price cuts and we can certainly do some damage to that potential beef carcass. Putting the injection in the neck area then will be a situation that will not reduce the carcass value in any place along the food chain. If we give that choice again of IM or subcutaneous, like we said, let's go ahead and use the subcutaneous. And remember to use the tinning technique, where you pull the skin away from the muscle of the calf and then inject into that empty area underneath the skin. And that way, of course, we'll do even less damage in terms of potential muscle that could be used for food later on. Follow those techniques very, very closely. And if you'd like more information about the proper way to give calves injections and handling them here at calf working time, I'd suggest you go to the SunUp website, and we'll put a link up there to the Oklahoma Beef Quality Assurance Manual. And you can download that and give you a tremendous amount of information about how you can do a really good job of handling your calves and cows to make sure that we do our part in sending a wholesome food product to the consumer. Hey, we'll look forward to visiting with you again next week on SunUp's Cow Calf Corner.